before you get started with your daily workouts, I want to go over a few basics with you to make sure that you understand how to do some of the core movements and that you stay as safe as possible while you're doing them. So the first one I'm going to talk about is just general posture. So anytime we are doing any exercise, what we want to imagine is that we have a rod through the top of our head, right through the middle, that goes down the center through our spine, comes out down the bottom and runs in between the feet. What that will allow us to do is to keep our body moving as a complete unit. Now this pole is going to have a hinge right at the hips here, okay, so we know that we will be able to move here and we will have a hinge at our knees. But the idea is that if we imagine a rod going completely through our spine, our whole spine is going to move as one. So if you look to the side, we move as one rather than rounding over. When we round over, we put pressure on our spine, so we want to make sure that we keep that nice and tall. Now the other part of that is to engage the core. I say suck it in, suck it up. You can hear that a lot on all of the videos. What I want you to do right now, find your belly button and put your finger in it, okay? Now I want you to suck that finger back towards your spine. Now I want you to suck it up towards your chin. You'll feel your stomach coming in and move up, and then if you give it a poke, even if you've got a little bit of extra here, you should be able to feel those muscles getting tighter underneath. You might have to press a little bit firmer, but you'll feel it. Now put your fingers on the bony part of your hip. I want you to run your fingers in about an inch, and I want you to feel that band there. Feel that band? That's called the Transversus Abdominus. This is the muscle that pulls our stomach in. This is the muscle that if we don't engage it, we end up building our abdominal wall outwards, so we might get more muscular and more strong. But if you want to keep it nice and flat, then we want to suck that one in. So all of these moves, suck it in, suck it up, pull through the spine. I want you to squeeze those glutes, lift them up, squeeze them higher, and your shoulders should be back in neutral. Your chin should be right about in line with the front of your chest. Okay, so we're talking this part, not this part here, okay? Because depending on how big your chest is, your breast tissue, is going to depend how you see yourself in alignment. So go with this part here. So squeeze those glutes, draw those shoulders back and down. I want you to imagine pinching your shoulder blades together, okay? This is your standard posture, okay? So now if we take that into a squat position, I'm going to stand back a bit. We take our squat position. I'm going to show you from the front first. We're looking to keep our body in alignment, our knees straight ahead so that they don't duck in when we go down. When we go into a squat, we want to imagine that we're sitting back on a toilet seat. So remember that hinge I told you we had at the hips? This is where this comes in, the hips and the knees. So we're going to keep the upper body straight, we're going to suck it in, suck it up, squeeze the glutes, pull those shoulder blades back. We're going to sit back like we're sitting on a toilet. We go as far as we can go comfortably so that we know that we can get back up. Imagine placing even weight distribution through all of your toes. Let me show you from the side. Suck it in, suck it up, squeeze those glutes, shoulders back. Feet should be about hip width apart. If you want to turn your toes out, that's absolutely fine as long as you're comfortable, or you can turn them straight ahead. So we sink back like we're sitting into a chair. What we want to watch here is that we don't arch the back, okay? We want to keep the back nice and neutral. There's your squat. The next really important thing I want to talk to you about is our upper body. So we're going to be doing a lot of upper body exercises. And remember in that first portion of the video I told you about pulling those shoulders back? This is going to be really key. What I want you to imagine, or if you can, put your hand between your shoulder blades. And then I want you to pull your shoulders back and try to touch your fingers with the inside of your shoulder blades. They should be set backwards against the back of the rib cage, and that is what's going to help give you shoulder stability. So, for example, if we are doing a bent over fly, we're going to hinge from the hips, we're going to keep our torso straight, okay, that pole through the middle, suck it in, suck it up, squeeze those glutes. We're going to take those hands here, and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together at the back. Bring them up in line with the shoulders. I'll show you from the side. Really squeezing. You don't even need to do weights to feel this exercise. Okay. Any of our shoulder exercises, whether it's a front raise, whether it's something overhead, we always want to imagine pulling those shoulders back a bit, down, Squeezing those shoulder blades together, always, always in every single exercise. Suck it in, suck it up, and squeeze those glutes.